welcome to this early morning. It's time for another show jumping lesson at Blixland, and since my lesson is earlier this time, we need to be there or get up early. So if I look tired, I'm tired. Yeah, it's the 2nd of December. I know this vlog comes out a lot later than that, but to be able to give you guys constant content, I need to be recording and having stuff ready for at least 2 weeks, often more in advance. But since it's the 2nd of December, I have a red base layer on because I thought that would be like fitting. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to today. I'm like, if I get the same horse as last time, I'm gonna ask if I can wear some tiny nubby spurs, and if I get another horse, then hopefully it's something that's a little bit more forward and off my leg. So yeah, and all I've got to do now is, well, I'm gonna eat something, even though I normally just don't want to eat something this early. I think it's the safest thing, and then I'm gonna brush my teeth and then we're ready to go. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. So I figured I would do just a little voiceover at the beginning and put some music over later in this video. So I'm riding Bonita, a 19-year-old pony mare, and we just warmed up a little bit before we started doing something else, just trotting her. So she was very hot and known for getting hotter and hotter as she jumped more and more. But Kaya, the instructor, she gave me some tips, which is why I put the warm-up in here, because I thought I'd just show you guys a little bit. Like here she's talking about like turning her on a small circle, and you might think this is like obvious, but it was all about not pushing her out with your inside leg and making her find her balance herself and getting that feeling, because then she would slow down when she lost her balance a little bit, and this was a nice way to break her, because not break her but have brakes on her, because she had a tendency to rush and you couldn't pull on her mouth. She was very, very sensitive, and she didn't like it if you took hold of her or anything like that. So that's why Kaya showed me that, and like how I should take her down from canter to walk and from trot to walk and stuff like that after we jumped. Of course, I don't think the video shows how feisty she got or like how hot, but you can see it like in her head carriage when it goes up and when she starts like throwing her head up a little bit. That's when she gets very tense and feisty. I've cut out a lot of like the trotting around that I did and trying to calm her down, because it's not that interesting to watch. But like you can see here, I'm just trotting her on a circle, and she's tossing her head a little bit, and it's not like it looks like it's going very fast, but it was all about like keeping her calm. So yeah, I'm just gonna put some music in, and you can watch me do jump a series of jumps here that Kaya will build up as we go along on the lesson.
In all of us, in our hearts, there's love and light that we must realize. We need to feel, we need to use this warmth that could make bright our lives. In all of us, in our hearts, there's love and light that we must realize. We need to feel, we need to use this warmth that could make bright our lives.
Okay, so I just got home and I'm just gonna clean my boots while we talk about today's lesson. So I got another horse today, a mare that's called Bonita, and I rode for another instructor as well. This was Kaya. She's an international eventing rider, and she was very good. I felt like I learned a lot and had a lot to think about during the lesson. So Bonita was much more forward than Esperado, the one that I rode last time, and I had to work somewhat hard in the beginning with her as well. She wasn't like super forward in the beginning. And then it was like when we started jumping and everything, she wanted to run, and she wanted to run like trot really fast, really quickly, and you couldn't really take hold of her, because if you did, she would get like angry and frustrated and toss her head. So I wanted to be very careful with her, because like one of my big things is that the horse should have as much fun as I am having while we're doing this together. So I made it my mission to not pull on her, basically. And yeah, so as you will have seen from the clip, she would rush in trot or like try to canter. I'm not sure whether or not that has made it in there, because I haven't watched the clips yet. But yeah, like she would rush, and she would like be quite hot and rushy after the jumps as well. So like I had to take her on a circle to get her to break the canter and then break into trot, and then like get her to walk. Because if you took too much of a transition, like too much hold of her, too like quick, be like too brutal with her, she didn't like it. So it was all about like easy does it, working with her, asking her to like work with you and not flip out. I felt like the lesson went really well. I like this type of horse who's like hot and spicy more than I like the slow and steady ones. Yeah, and yeah, so like it was a really good lesson. I felt like we got a lot done. I know my dad was like, oh, you jumped higher this time. I was like, I did. I didn't notice, because one, it's not high anyway. It's not high. God, this lighting is horrible. But like, and like I said, I was more focused on Bonita and what I was doing with her. So like I was like, oh, get her like slowly into trot, keeping the like tempo down, not having her rush, not having her throwing her head in the air, keeping the tempo down the long side of the arena, quiet, through the corner, keeping the tempo, seeing the distance, oh, we're jumping, and done. And oh, like slowing down, calm down, like going on a circle. It was like I was so focused on
before and after. I didn't really notice the jumping, which sounds stupid, I think, but like that's what happened. So yeah, so that's my analysis of the lesson. I hope I get to ride her next time. She was like exactly my type of horse, except for like you get slightly like, you feel like you're a passenger when she throws her head in the air and just starts trotting really fast, because you can feel like there wouldn't be no use yanking on the reins, and you're like, okay. but we got like, we managed to work together, and Kaya actually finished the lesson saying that she was very impressed with how we worked together, and that I actually managed to get Bonita to actually get calmer as we jumped, instead of the opposite way, which is what she usually does. She gets hotter and hotter and hotter, and like, yeah, completely ballistic. No, I don't know, I haven't seen her, but like what she said she got really, really hot and really, really feisty, and it got worse and worse and worse, but with me it didn't. So she was very happy with that, and yeah, I hope I get to ride her again. I probably said that already. And I really enjoyed this lesson, and we had some really nice jumps. Some went as good, but it was really, really fun. And yeah, I'm gonna quit jabbering on now, because you're probably sick of hearing about this, because I feel like I'm repeating myself. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment. I love comments, okay? It's like my inspiration to keep making videos comes from your comments. Like this video, please subscribe. Again, subscribers give me inspiration to make more videos, to put more effort into what I'm doing and making greater content for you guys. So subscribe to my channel, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!